neutered. Oh my gosh,
I
that's
mean,
just
is he
too funny.
spraying all over the place? I mean,
Well, he may mark his places. You never know. You don't know how he'll mark them, though.
gross.
I probably will just stick with headbutts since I'm around humans. Just go around bunting things. It's mine. It's mine.
Just like a cat rubbing up against something, you know? Mine, mine.
Mine.
Uh,
Mine.
oh my gosh, it hurts. All right, so Markeel, do you want to go up the path to the left, or right, I mean, or down the path to the left with the rust color?
I want to hire merry maids and get this place cleaned up. This is awful.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to do a lot to get this place cleaned. That's for sure.
Let's take the road not often traveled.
All right, so going this way, I like it. Anybody, are you going to follow Shara to make sure she doesn't get herself killed at any point?
Hey,
That's extremely foreboding.
uh, rent it out. Oh my lord. Okay, so what you can see
I'll follow her.
Yeah, I'm
is
following. I'm following at a little further distance.
you can see Markale up there that this goes into a room that hasn't been used. Now, these caves definitely look like they were dug out at one time, maybe like a mine of some sorts. These are not naturally formed except for the first room that you guys are in. The rest of these were carved out. All right, so everybody's kind of following. Oh no, connection hiccups, that's normal. The way this goes, yeah, it's pretty normal. All right, let me make sure everybody can see the room again. There we go. Okay. It looks like that there is a cart of sorts that is very, very, very old and in bad condition right about here. Let's see. Da da da. All right, let's get out of this mode and get into this one here. There we go. Looks like it here. I hope you guys are hearing the birds and all the fun flora and fauna up here.
I heard something. I wasn't sure.
Isn't it great? I mean, I got trees near me. I got birds. Wait till you hear the frogs. Once you hear the tree frogs, then you know you've lived. I mean, I am literally in the country. All right. Okay, no problem, Shara. There's the cart right up there. Yeah, I'll slowly move up with you guys. Sil, are you moving up or staying in the back?
Just moving up.
All right. Can you move her okay? Or do you need me to?
I'll do it.
Okay.
She'll want to kind of slink off to the side.
There you go. You're not, surprisingly, you'd think you'd be hearing more things. You're not hearing anything yet, as per se. And you guys are moving at the silent rate. So Nell is still crunching along until she gets to the part where it's rusted looking. And then she just makes a little bit of noise. Not too much. It's just a little clack of the back of her boot that you can hear. So it's not like she's running around the room banging a tambourine. But, you know, it's just not as silent as you would like it to be.
Aren't you glad we don't have a bard?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got to write the. Let me do. Because Gail's got to be
loudly
something.
sing my song of stealth.
There you go. All right, let's see what Gale's stealth is. Let's see how horrible he can roll here. All right. Oh, he rolled good. Silent padding.
Apparently gliding like the wind.
Yeah. You can't even hear like the scritch of his because again their feet with the webbing on it and there are clawed fingernails. I mean, unlike the regular elves, there are claws on the bottom of the feet with the webbing that help them to move. But you don't hear them. All right. Are you going to go any farther in, Mark Hale? What you can see, like I say, is a ruined cart.
Yeah, Markel, keep going.
All right, well, then move on up. I'm not doing it on a turn basis, so you guys can go ahead and move up as far as you want. All right. Let's
I
open
can't
this.
see any further past this in terms of the map.
Yep, the map hadn't loaded beyond that point.
Interesting.
Okay. So we'll
Ah,
go here to try to look around this darkened
Okay.
area.
I can see
All
a
right.
way.
She's not going to move too far away from the rest of the group, though.
You can see
Yeah.
some lit area ahead of you that opens up into what looks to be a cave, a used cave. This area here, you can see to about here.
I
Now-
can't see any of this map. It just all went gray on me.
All
Well, like,
right.
weird.
Here we go. We'll resend the signal.
But you know what you can see? You can see Felix tapping his head on the wall of the cave the whole way down when he's walking in front of
Yeah, he's just marking everything. Yep. I love that. I love that you're playing him out more like a true cat. That's fun. That's the great part about cat folk. You can make him as catty as you want.
This is my territory. This is a part of my territory. You better believe that's mine.
It's
Hey.
mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine.
It's always mine. So is it clearing up for everybody okay? Let's see. The part is clear,
I'm seeing a little bit, but the hallway or the cave section that leads to that room at the top left, Rick,
Yep.
is not. That part is not showing up.
Why not? All
It's
right.
weird.
Let me go through and do the revealing part. Let's see. We'll reveal this open here. There.
There we go.
Now is that better?
There we go.
All right.
Oh, I still not
Sometimes I
seeing
just-
anything.
Sometimes
Let
I
me
just.
close this map down and reload it. It
There
was
you go.
The map 01. Is that the right one?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Felix. When you get to the cart,
It made me curious, so I went to the cart.
there is lots of rocks in there. Some of them pretty shiny. Do you have an appraise on you, Felix?
Dude.
You do.
Hold up, I got a praise too. I don't trust this cat.
Yeah, you know, the cat always lets things out of the bag sooner or later. All right, so you got a 19. I
Dang
love
it.
this. And then a really, really low score. All right. Let's see. All right, you see some amethysts in the rocks. You figure from looking around in the cart and scrummaging around, probably about 600 gold piece worth of amethyst that can be cut out of this rock.
Okay.
So let's see. I'll put that there.
And
600.
of course, Rick, Aurora, just as much as I'm sure Felix does, has detect magic pretty much up the
Oh
entire
yeah.
cave.
Yep. 2. All right. And that's just raw amethyst in there. The detect magic lights you up something over here. Hmm. You never know what you're going to end up with.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly and make my way over there.
All right.
While Felix is staring at rocks.
He's trying to pet them.
Shiny.
So pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Precious enough.
All right. So what you see there is a aerodynamic heavy pick. Very easy to swing. Makes the job a lot easier. There's some slight enchantment on it, not much, just a little bit to allow it to be this way. So you can find, let's see, it should be in the list. Let's see, dynamic pick, heavy pick. All right. Sorry, that's our air conditioning kicking on. I have the windows open, but it's just gorgeous today. Unfortunately, it wants to kick on. So you find an aerodynamic heavy pick. Sitting right there.
How
this.
curious.
Yeah.
So I immediately show it to Markale, because she's up there with me now, apparently, based on location.
Oh, yeah. This is totally
And-
open now.
And say, rather quietly, but still still not totally silent. I think they were mining here.
You see bones in there as
What
well.
a fantastic idea. The
Now this-
Markel and Aurora Mining Company.
Well, you can tell this is very, very, very old. The design is like nothing you've seen today on
So-
mining type of things.
Out of curiosity, the walls, as we've kind of walked around, especially this particular room, they look like they have more of the amethyst or similar
Yes.
type of stuff in it.
There's some veins along this wall right here. Dump, dump, and dump, dump. Hopefully it shows up enough.
Yeah.
That whole
Sort of
wall
see it if you
there.
watch it.
Now over here is what looks to
That's a
be
good one.
tourmaline,
Oh,
another rare gem.
yeah. Okay.
And you can see where they mined in, but then where it dead ends on the map is kind of where it dead ends. They haven't gone too far into the walls. This was done ages ago. The dust covering the ground, very, very old. So let's see, you got.
And also, Rick, that pick Markel asks, is that the human-sized or is it larger? I'm assuming it's human-sized.
It's human-sized. Let's see, left, top. Let's see if I've got it right. Tourmaline, I believe, is how it's spelled. Something close to that. So
Close enough.
yeah, I figure it's an A in there or something versus an E, and I've kind of screwed it up, but
You're the DM.
there it is.
You can't screw it up, Rick. You call it what you want.
I can screw up anything, believe me. Thank you. Addressed you, corrected my spelling on it, so that's what it is, tourmaline. And again, it's a heavy vein, so it looks like it could be dug into and really, really explored and mined. So this might be a location you mark on the map for, again, Ramona, because she wanted to know sources of like this for mining. Oh my God, my first runtime error. This is not
I'm sorry.
good. Not
So you
good.
sort of have to go through the Markel and Aurora mining company.
Well, and the funny thing is, you guys do get included into things you find. She has been. People don't just go out and explore for nothing. She pays you to find these kind of things.
Yep.
In fact, she said, let's see, Ramona promised 350 GP each for each viable mining location. And that's just as a stipend to start out. You guys will get a share of profit on these type of things too.
Oops, it's hard to copy and paste stuff from Fantasy Grounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather me put them in here? Hang on. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so tourmaline and amethyst mine, each viable mine. Let's see. Yeah, viable mine. You locate. You get 350 GP from Governor Ramona. There you go. So that's what you get on each of these, and then you got an arrow dynamic heavy pick. Yes.
Anyway,
What you need, sweetie?
before the birthday party, I was thinking if we could play on the DS.
We can play when I get off of here, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Do you like my
I do. I think you look adorable.
and cool?
You do.
What's the name
And
of this island?
And groovy. Go on. The name of the island.
To eat?
Yeah, go get some rolls over there out of the deal. All right, so let's see.
What was the name of this island?
The name of the island. That's a good question. You don't know the name of this island, though. necessarily.
Aurora.
What?
Felix Land.
I know.
Well, I'm sorry. Did you say Marcalandia?
Marcalandia.
Felix Land.
It probably has a
What?
name to it, probably from the Azlanti days. Come here, Munchkie.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
whatever
You're welcome.
Name as unpronounceable. We'll just call it
Felix Land.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to have this land dispute.
Is a lot. Yeah, again, it is, Akeisha, this plus profit on there. You guys, I mean, 300 a piece is literally, she's giving you over 2,000 gold for each location as a party. That's pretty darn good for each one you find. There may be more here. Again, the giant obviously made home here, but you never know. Let's see what it says. Updated. Ah, beautiful. See, I like doing the obsidian portal because the Order of the Amber Dye, you guys get a little bit of recognition up there all the time because they're asking, how's the adventure going? Because they went through it. So I post up each session notes up there with the author. So, yay! Community cred.
Does this cave, Rick, continue northward?
No,
Like,
no,
okay,
none of
so-
those. Those
so
are dead ends right
Those
now.
two paths there. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I love that. Markiel's running the other direction. Oh my god. Oh, it's fun. I love it. You guys are so excitable with this. Alright, he's going up this way.
Aurora's trying her
It's
best
a
to keep up with
bunch
her.
of rocks.
Now, Felix, are you taking the raw ore and putting it into, I take it, a backpack?
Yeah.
Take it, tie it into your fur or something. You need
Yeah,
decoration.
we'll put it in the
Markel will have
backpack.
taken
Okay.
2 large amethyst pieces.
Perfect. All right.
How
So you got
broken does that cart look, Rick?
Oh, it's pretty broken. It's rusted. I mean, you look like if anybody pushed too hard on it or tried to ride it, it would go to dust. With a few sections as an exception.
So super old and super worn.
Yeah, you could try to appraise it to see how old it is, if you want.
It's not that important.
I
I
mean-
was just curious because I mean, if it wasn't totally smashed to bits or something that could be viable, it would be a good way to get at least the rocks out of the cave.
Yep, and you
But-
can tell by the dust it has been. It's been centuries. It's been centuries since somebody's been here. Other than and it doesn't look like much was done otherwise, but it looks like centuries old. Yeah, that's perfect picture addressed to you. That is awesome. That is kind of what it looks like.
I accidentally put an earworm in my head.
That's awesome. I love those because that gives you an idea. It just really does of how freaking old this is. I hope everything works. I'm still getting the weird little error now and then.
Well, while everyone's going back to that room after looting that area, still we'll move further down.
All right.
She's already gone.
Go ahead and move her down.
To about right about here. Still being as stealthy as she was before.
Let's do this and let's see this. Yeah. And we'll open this whole area up here. Those areas of fire looks like little braziers where he lit the room. There is a sleeping bed of his or furs.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, Munchkin. I see that wink. I'm being winked at by the child. This is where his furs are, right up in this area where he slept.
Oh my god, is this where the horrible fishy smell is coming from?
Yep, this is the big cutting block of stone where he is cutting things. There are fish guts everywhere. Bones and guts and horrible smelling things. It looks like it was a baby sea monster. And yeah, that's a good constitution. You're holding it. The bile is right there in the back of your throat. And you can just feel blah. Rick, as they are going that direction, I'll be keeping perfect. You don't see anything coming up behind or hear anything coming from the outside. Now, over here are some, well, what looks to be, there looks to be a chest right here that's on the bottom side. And again, it just looks like a living quarters. He's got some boulders over here where he has been for throwing. And he's got another club that's right here that he works with. So, this was his place. He doesn't look like there are any other furs, just him that is in this area. And again, the rusted rock all around it. Let me see if I can open this up even clearer. This way. This way. Yeah. So that way you get some clarity as to the rocks around here. But yes, this is the area that you see, Sil. And again, you see the chest down here towards the bottom. Yeah, you don't see a big pet. That's surprising. And usually giants do have things like a bear of some sort, or some sort of a boar, or maybe something like a mastodon. You don't see any of that. So maybe he just lost it at some point, or ate it. I don't know.
Ate it. Got hungry.
Yeah. Oh, and this way, from looking down this way, let's see. You got this down here. You can see that far down there. We'll open this up.
So,
pretty good.
well, I'm waiting for the people in the front, but I'm assuming they're going to go one direction.
Yeah, probably at some point.
I'm waiting for them to move to determine if... I mean, Aurora is likely to move towards the chest because she's still got the detect magic going.
Okay. Go ahead and move her over towards the chest. There is some light that comes out of the chest itself. You can go ahead and... There's a heavy padlock on it.
I would like to break the padlock.
Alright. Do me a roll of damage to break the padlock.
I can just open it with an open spell.
Yes.
So Aurora has a quarterstaff in the air, and Felix is like, I got this. And she just stops, like, mid-swing. Like,
Alright, so you're bringing it down. Go ahead, Felix, move you to the room, and anybody else that's moving up that way.
I'm glad you said that, though, Max. Thank you.
Gail's probably there.
You never know what you might break when you're
Let's see, I can't see the
Like
map.
myself, yeah.
Alright, let me do this. Let me reopen it.
Maybe don't waste a spell. Maybe have the trap checker check the trap.
Can you see it now?
I mean, it's
Laura.
a giant. It's a giant. If it was anything other than a giant, I would worry about a trap. But this is a
Okay,
giant.
yeah. It falls off, falls to the ground, and you can open
No,
it.
it doesn't look like I can see it yet, but I can hear you guys, so I know what's going on.
All right.
Just move me along with you, okay?
Okay,
Well, she also has skill with picking locks as well.
there we go. And
All
let's
right.
do this. Let's see.
I'll keep Laura. I'll keep Nell with Aurora. Make it easy.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Alright.
I'm actually going to continue
So-
up the other way a little bit while everyone's doing that.
Okay. So opening...
I want to affect it.
Alright, let's do this.
Raquel's gonna follow Chunk because Chunk's not going toward the grocery room.
Yeah. Alright, so let's do this. Let's open it up. So what it looks to be is a slide pit that allows... It's slick as you're going down, but you're able to keep your footing. It looks like where all the yuck is dumped down the side to go into. So basically, Markale, you've gone into yuck land.
As soon as she realized how gross it is, she is like,
Oh, you've got gross yuck all over your nice clothes.
oh hell no. Oh, hold up. See, you should have led with that. You had some vital information. You was holding out on that way at all.
I'm coughing now and dying. It's all good.
I feel like Adresti needs to make a dexterity check to see if she can maintain her balance going down.
Oh, Lord.
She started going down. That's right.
Y'all got jokes.
Yeah.
Y'all is a shack full of couples.
We are. That's the way it has to be, you know. It's just kind of like...
Acrobatics for balance.
Markale, it's the mud from the river all over again. She did good.
Oh, my.
Because do you realize the amount of squealing that would be echoing off of these cave walls.
Oh God, it's another mating call.
Tools. Yeah.
All
more
right.
Tools show up out of
Jewels
nowhere.
everywhere.
All right, so what I'm going to do here real quick, I'm going to close that down a little bit. I'm going to take a nice
Whoa.
picture here. Yeah, that's bad. All
That
right.
was in the Rick. That was what's in the chest.
Yes. That's
Oh.
what is in the chest of all kinds of fun. All right, here, let's do this. So Laura's got this map coming up. Okay, why are we not doing this? Did a function print screen. All right.
I'm taking the staff for myself.
Yeah.
I give the scroll to the cat, and I keep the staff.
All right, why is not, let's see. Is it a control print screen? And maybe that's what it is.
So this basically just looks like the. You use this as the midden heap, probably.
Yep.
I can get it, Rick. I've got
Yeah, if you can get it.
a screen capture program.
Perfect. Then that'll be great. That gives her. Yeah, so you guys find 170. It's okay. It's sometimes the way it goes through. 170 platinum, 1,000 gold, 750 silver, and a scroll.
You only show 500.
Or 500 silver. I'm sorry, 500
Okay.
silver.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, whatever's written is the key. The DM's otherwise. But and a scroll and a staff.
So detect magic on the staff.
Oh, yeah.
Continuing for like 10 minutes on that.
10 minutes on the staff.
To get the full array of what it is.
All right. Let's see. I'll get that for you.
I just,
Really, it's
I'm
very
imagining.
round.
I'm just imagining Mark Hale dousing herself in mint every time I come near.
You are not coming near her. Like, anyone who went in that room has an aura of stank that is just repelling her.
All right.
Aurora, out of the gold that they just found, she is taking the 170 platinum, and she is setting that aside specifically for Nell's ritual that she needs to cast. That way, everybody else can share the rest of it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Everything else. So that way, Nell doesn't even have to worry about it, and it's done. And then she has a little extra, I'm pretty sure, out of that too.
So
She needs.
staff is fully charged, by the way,
Oh. Okay.
and it's one of those.
Oh. I am hiding that from Mark Hale.
Oh, how are you gonna hide that? All right.
7 feet long.
All right.
I hand that to Nell, and we cover that sucker with wrap and cloth.
All right.
Not allowed to
So
see the staff.
you two.
I feel hurt.
Just smear it in mud. She'll never notice it.
Slight. Oh yeah. Or even better, in giant serpent gore. That would.
Aurora walks over to the fish stuff, and she just starts wrapping the rud, spinning the staff in it. So that way, Mark Hale wants nothing to do with
Oh, Mark Hill, you got to roll.
More than nothing to do with it. I hope it gets set on fire.
but Mark Hill, do a
Use it as
perception.
walking stick. Let's do that.
Do a perception check to see if you catch them doing this. This is humorous. I love this. Okay, that's the weirdest thing. That just froze in the air. 15. All right, guys, you need to do a sleight of hand. I don't care if it's just a dex check or whatever. It's.
I'll do it. This is
Hilarious.
Minsky, no more clothes, okay? I know
You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
Okay.
What'd you get?
16.
A
I
16.
rolled a 15.
Yes.
That was with a -3 to my sleight of hand check. That's fantastic.
You
Dice gods got mad jokes. Whatever
they
dice
do.
gods.
It's like Mark Hill was gonna get it, and it's like, yeah, nuts. All right.
For one of the first times, you guys notice how inept at actual stealthy sleight of hand stuff is that Aurora. I mean, she's just terrible at it. So the fact that she pulls this off and Mark Hale is not even able to really notice. She's got a smirk on her face that you guys have not seen out of Aurora at all.
Oh my God, yes. This is a wicked Dampier smile that almost reminds you of a vampire coveting.
And then she hands the staff to Nell, and
Oh, Lord.
It is Nell's staff to hold on to for now.
Now as a fish gut staff. This is gonna be funny.
Of charming. Fish gut staff
Yes,
of charming.
of charming. So down this. So yeah. Oh, so down this other corridor, you guys haven't. I noticed Sill's gone down back into the main cave area. There's still another way south that you can go.
Yeah,
Kev's gonna rejoin Syl.
All right. So that's there for low light. Because there are torches in the room, it's considered low light or braziers that are burning in there. Felix would like that. Sure, yeah. Well, yeah, Felix would like the stiff. You guys have to fight on who gets the charming staff after all this.
She can have it.
There-
It doesn't actually summon fish guys.
There is a scroll, by the way.
Anytime he's hungry,
Yeah.
Tap the ground. And fish
Felix,
guys appear. He'd be happy with that.
Felix was handed the scroll that Aurora had found. in the
All right.
chest.
So you're gonna look at it, Felix.
Yes, I'm going to look at the scroll.
It is a definitely not a divine one. It is definitely a arcane type of scroll. And on the scroll is, let's see here. Let's open back up. Whoops, I kind of, yeah, there it is. All right. And then that is the scroll. So,
Well, I have read magic.
yep,
Ooh,
yep. The magic
That-
missile CL8, CL8,
that's
one.
a hell of a scroll. Jesus.
Wow.
And a fireball CL8.
Four-ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you see, I don't see where this is popping up.
This is in Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
Azlant General.
Yeah, I can do the. Hang on here, I'll put it here too. So that way we got them both locations, but that way it's easier. So that way you guys don't have to copy it in there.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
yeah,
Rick,
yes.
Going forward, just put them in Discord, and I'll type them into the other chat, so that way you don't have to juggle both.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to put it into? Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, it's Discord makes a permanent record that's easy for you guys to copy. Not easy to copy out of here. So
No, that's what I was saying. Yeah, if you put it in Discord, instead of you typing it in both places, if you put it in Discord, I'll just copy paste it into
okay.
the other chat. That way we all can see it without having to flip back and forth, but then we have our permanent version of it, and we all have it in the local chat as well. So just easier for you and easier for us.
No problem. All right. There is, though, a problem ahead of you. Whoops. I didn't mean it to do that. But this area right here is all caved in. Looks like a recent
I'm not
cave.
sure what caved in, what right here is.
Let's just do a line across. A line across
Right
here.
about there?
A line across here. Yep.
Okay.
Though there's, yeah, right about here. This is the area of the cave in. So, unfortunately, you don't know if the giant did it or what, but there was a cave in that area. You figure it's probably more mining to do.
Just for shits and giggles,
Mm-hmm.
Aurora's looking at this cave-in, trying to determine if this was a natural cave-in or man-made. Would you allow for a knowledge nature or knowledge geography check for that?
Maybe nature. Usually it's dungeoneering that'll give you the most on this, but
Okay,
Well-
I got dungeoneering, so
Okay.
that's fine.
I'll do a knowledge dungeoneering. Yeah, to you it looks like a natural cave-in.
All right, well, that's what I was looking for: natural versus non-natural.
So that's what you guys got. Nice job. You picked up a couple magic items you wouldn't have gotten otherwise had you not gone in the cave.
Well, I think there was also a discussion of the possibility
Mm-hmm.
of making this a temporary base of operation.
You could, absolutely.
The cave or the tower thing that they had found earlier.
Yeah, you got
Well,
the tower thing you guys haven't gone up to yet.
I don't know if
Open to
Markale.
both.
I don't know
Well,
if Markale would like this, but
Here's
If we cleanse this place with fire, it'll be fine.
go ahead, Felix.
Oh Lord.
Felix is tired and wants a nap because he is almost out
The
of
spells.
magic missiles.
Yep. You guys could do an
He
override.
has his scroll at CL8. He just got almost out of magic missiles.
Yeah, the way you guys were shooting last time. he's
Yeah.
almost out of magic missiles.
Yeah. All right.
I figure we could hole up in that first cave widening.
Okay.
And,
Um, You are probably, Shara, about a mile up, I think, from the one. If you guys ventured a mile, it's up to you whether you want to rest here or you want to rest up at the other place. This place smells more. It will drive Markale crazy. Unless you go to the old place where the gemstones are, then Markale can sit in peace and look at the pretties. And you guys could rest there without the stench.
Or they could set literally this cave and everything else on fire, and
But-
it'll be fine.
But then you'll
we'll
be
die
smelling
from the
you'll be smelling fried fish for days. and fish guts and fish guts. You ever had the fish guts fried? I don't know. That's tripe. It's always a lovely thing, and if somebody wants to try tripe, that's fine. But yeah. Yeah, Felix is happy. This is home for him. He could live here and eat for days. So
This is well. The thing is Nell mentioned that at least we know this place seems to be pretty well cleared out. We don't know much about that building other than what Syl and
Right.
Shara were able to determine. So we don't know if that's truly a safe place to rest for any period of time. We have the assumption that it might be, but we don't know. Yeah, this has a bad smell, but bad smell over safety right now, with safety seems like the better of the two options.
yep.
Well, and if we haul the carcass of the stone giant in here, no one else needs to know that the stone giant is no longer a red.
That's a very good point. You could put him in the slide tube, just stuff
Alright,
him.
this is okay. Everything that is like the pretty cave is Markale's now. You guys can drag your dead bodies and your dead gross into the other part.
Yeah.
Aurora will assist Chunk in dragging and whoever else wants to help in dragging the giant's body.
He's probably going to take
she's-
all of this.
Yeah.
Probably. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, you could.
but
I mean, Gail will help you drag it in, so fish smell
I
doesn't
was
bother him.
I was going to make the recommendation that instead of putting it in the tube slide thing, we actually bring him all the way up to the rock cave-in area.
Yeah, you
Because
could put him by the cave in.
Yeah, just stuff him
Yeah.
back here.
Yeah.
Stuff him back there because it's as far in as we're going to get until we clear the cave-in, or even if we want to mess with the cave-in. And we know with the cave-in,
And what about the
nothing's gonna
side?
be coming from that
That's a
direction, so-
good question. Shara put a good point. You guys didn't look left on the cave entrance of the cave where it goes off down a ways.
Wait, where are you talking about?
Way back here.
I've like zoomed all the way out. Oh, I thought that's where everybody was going.
No, this has not been cleared down
Oh, so
this
where
way.
was the cave in?
So the cave-in's up here where Chunk is.
Okay.
And then way off here as you come in to the side, there to the left, there is it's kind of
Okay, I just thought that was the border of the. Yeah, I thought it was a wall.
Nope, it's open. It goes to the left.
Well, that is Shara's forte. Have at it, Shara.
All right. So Shara, are you gonna sneak in and see what you see?
Still will as well.
All right. So you ladies find that right here, there is, it doesn't go any further, it dead ends. But there are what looks to be 3 very old petrified skeletons. And in the hand of one is a hammer.
Do you happen to be worthy to lift it?
That's a
Try it,
good
I'll find out.
question. It's a good question. Oh, and there is somebody down there who now, does anybody in that area have a detect magic going?
Nell's down there. I don't know if Nell has that spell available.
It looks old, but
I
it
have it. I could get. Yeah, I'll say it's
okay.
going.
All right. So with detecting it, let's see here. All right. It has
Anybody else kicked off?
Just
No.
you, Max.
Still rally.
Well, I'm still having problems. I wasn't being kicked, but
There you go, Max. I rebooted. I mean, can you not get in?
No.
No. No
That problem
fun.
must be on my end then.
So the item, let's see, it lights up with a minor conjuration transmutation type of deal. It looks in very
can I
good
do some kind of a spellcraft check to see what it might be?
Sure, you can. Absolutely. Roll me a spellcraft check. You can do that before your detect gives you the properties. You believe it's a hammer when thrown that can somewhat return. It has
Whoa! If that's Mjolnir, I want a chance at that. I personally, Raquel doesn't care, but I'm gonna need Mjolnir.
this is a you'd have to have martial weapon type of things. It's a light martial weapon, but it is a +1 returning hammer that can strike multiple foes from a single throw.
That's really tasty.
Look under Ricochet Hammer under the items.
That sounds awesome.
So, yep, multiple throws from one, foes from one throw. All
I don't think I
right.
spelled that right, but that's okay.
Yeah, that one comes through. That one actually
Shit.
searches up.
Hammer. It's Ricochet Hammer. There you go.
Oh, I was close. Almost had the spelling right.
There you go. And it looks dwarven in craft. It is, these bodies most likely were dwarves of some sort. But as soon as you take the hammer out of the one, it just turns to dust. As you know, any of the ones, any bones that you touch out in these areas or in the mine do. They're just, I mean, they're calcified what they can, but they're just old. Doesn't take much to make them crumble. All right. So this little cave has brought you guys some really good little devices. Char has a bow, sword, and shield. Yeah, more than content. Yeah, the Ricochet Hammer is a little bit more powerful than the bow and the sword, but not much more. It's just slightly. Yeah, and much needed funds. Exactly. Y'all could help if you guys wait the 24 hours.
Someone's at my door.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't want to be the the weapon magnet, but being able to throw a nice heavy hitter and hit multiple
Yeah,
targets is
it's
kind of
not
attractive.
It's not a heavy hitter though. It's only a 1d4.
Yeah,
True.
being a light hammer. But it's still on a critical can do some damage.
Oh yeah. So can his axes though, or his javelins.
Well, I've got javelins and I do have some
But
throwing hand axe.
All right, so what I'm going to do real quick.
Okay, so Aurora back and forth with Chunk. Aurora makes the mention too to Chunk that, thinking about it, the advantage to the hammer for you over, saying, throwing one of your javelins is this will come back to you.
That's what I'm thinking.
So
Okay,
it's
bear
a
with
consistent
me.
repeating hammer.
I'm gonna back out a second because that
okay.
error keeps coming up. So
Yeah, that's why we were doing dialogue. We were filler. We were dialogue.
Yes, go ahead. You can do the dialogue while I do this, and I'll get everything back up again. And yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just
Right,
don't.
It doesn't do a raft of damage. but 2 to 5 and
Yeah.
possibly multiple targets.
Well,
And
exactly.
that's, well, and think about it with the giant fight, right? So getting stuck in that goo, you still would have been able to hit even if you weren't at melee range. So that would be seriously advantageous. Again, not necessarily a ton of damage, but if you're consistently doing damage over a period of time,
Yep.
And it looks like it
useful.
would be beneficial for group attacks as opposed to single.
Well, yeah. I mean, think about it this way.
Once-
It's like Max's magic missiles. You get multiple hits on multiple foes, and
once you get a high enough attack where you have multiple attacks, that's the key. You have to get high enough level to have multiple attacks.
exactly. Because then you're throwing it out once, you're throwing it out twice, you're throwing it out because like it's almost like what they call the dimension door. It automatically comes back to your hand. I mean, and that's the cool
so the
part.
way it's written in there, Rick, is that it says the ricochet hammer. It's thrown once. It can attack multiple enemies if you have additional extra attacks. It uses your extra attacks to hit the
to do
additional
the additional enemy. That's a good way of writing it.
But one of the cool things about that though is it adds to the range increment with each additional foe hit. So that's extremely useful for a thrown weapon because your maximum is limited, but that gets you a further range increment just by hitting additional enemies. So,
well, and imagine going down to, I don't know, the temple where there are multiple enemies, and then all of a sudden, wow, I can do this.
Yep.
Although I don't have the multiple attack capability at the Mo.
Not yet. We'll get there.
Where's my cave
Levels.
one? Let's see.
Gotta keep leveling. Gotta keep killing giants, guys. Keep killing giants.
All right, so now it should be coming up. Let's see. Is it this one? It's Underground 01, right? Yep, it's Underground 01. There it is. Now I just have to... I'm glad I saved these things while it allowed me to during the errors, because that helped a lot. So I can open this.
Crap, I'm downloading files. That always makes me nervous.
Yeah, done it though. All right, let's
Why
go
am
here.
I downloading files?
Could not connect to host.
Try it again. It is up.
Yeah, it's up because, like I said, it's giving me files now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got it connecting this time.
All right, let's
I
do
think
this.
you just hit it a second too early, Mark. That's all.
Most likely.
All right, and then I
Hashtag
can.
Fantasy Grounds is temperamental.
Yeah, hashtag pain in the butt. All right, does that get everybody in?
Update so I can crash even more.
Yay!
Hey, more crashes. I mean, what? I didn't say that out loud, did I?
You like crashes? Crashes are fun. Crashes are fun for everyone. So. Oh man, I love this. I'm gonna turn off these lights.
Well, it's loading.
There we go.
I'm in. I can see other people, but I still can't see the map.
As long as you don't see dead people.
Oh, hey, the map is up for me.
Hi,
It may
Minchkin.
take
Oh my lord, you have got to be kidding me.
Let me see.
Alright, so now I'm going to have to reboot it all the way out. I hate to do this, because now it's doing a
Rick,
runtime exception error.
do we want to use this time to take an early lunch then?
Yeah, let's do an early lunch. I hate to do that.
Good idea.
And that way then...
Internet issues or
Yeah, well, no, it is having Fantasy Ground issues, so... Doing the runtime error, Mamba, is the best way to put it.
But if
great.
we take our lunch now, then that means we'll be able to just keep running through later when
Let's
hopefully
do
it
that.
stays up. So
Yeah, and it lets me reboot my router on this because I'm going to reboot the router and everything. So, all right, we'll meet back at 1:45.
So 12:45 Eastern, 11:45 Central.
Yes, you got it.
Yep.
Excellent. All right.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right. Bye, guys.